Number one, proof of details. This is definitely one of the reasons why a written contract is essential for any type of contract, because it can legally serve as a proof of details on whatever you and the other parties have mutually agreed. It provides the ultimate understanding of the agreement between the owners of it or its investor about the service rendered by a third party or a payment obligation you need to comply with your hired workers. All these things should be stated in the written contract as a legal proof. Number two, prevent misunderstanding from arising. A written contract is usually produced during a sensitive venture between parties entering into agreement. The main purpose of this formal written agreement is to give each concerned party the chance to read and have a clearer understanding of terms or conditions, including the personal exception of each party and what they have come to terms after a true discussion. The written contract will also be a reminder to each party that the transaction should be taken seriously. Oral contracts are verbal agreements between two parties, and oral contracts occur when spoken words are rendered valid and legal enforceable in court of law. However, an oral contract is not legal enforceable unless it is provided in court, and it must meet various requirements of the contract formation. Further, it must not be violation of statutes prohibiting oral contracts. An oral contract is a type of contract that is outlined and agreed to via spoken communication, but not in written. Oral contract requirements. Oral contracts include the following attributes. Number one, the offer. Number two, acceptance regarding the offer. Number three, consider.
So the third form of contract is partly written and oral. This contract has both printed document as a written contract and verbal agreement from both side parties. Usually happen when condition made, incomplete document contract. Second, increase of agreements by verbal from both party but not written down on document contract. And third, mutual agreements between parties. For example, given situation when individual A, a restaurant manager, buyer, and individual B, a supplier, they make a written contract for individual B to send new stock every Thursday to individual A restaurant. But in the written contract didn't state when the supplier needs to delivery, either on morning or evening. So they both make a verbal agreement.